With less than 2 weeks to go until Election Day, both candidates are focusing a lot of their energy on one state.
It is so great to be back in Florida.
Because, as in years past, this election might all come down to Florida.
Your vote really counts. You can consider me as an Exhibit A of that truth.
Donald Trump has held 5 rallies in the Sunshine State over the last few days. A win here is crucial because he has few paths to victory unless he can claim Florida's 29 electoral votes.
You got to get out and vote. This is our last chance.
So why is Florida often such a must-win?
If you think about this in terms of demographics, we're a very diverse state, of course. The number of Hispanic voters is growing. You have people coming down who are active citizens from across the Midwest, from the Northeast. They want to be engaged in politics here. We have a lot of churning that goes on in the voter file.
Florida is really a microcosm of the United States. It has rural areas, cities, booming suburbs, college towns, growing populations of minorities and older white voters. It's really a potent mix for both political parties, who have a new opportunity to win the Sunshine State each election cycle.
I don't think that people's political attitudes are changing that much. I think it's just a difference in terms of what the typical Floridian voter is in a given year.
On America's political map, the North often leans Democratic and the South Republican. But Florida is like a state in reverse. The saying is, the farther north you go, the farther south you get. And that's true in Republican strongholds like Jacksonville and the Panhandle. Romney won most of those counties by vast margins, in some cases 50 percentage points. And on the opposite end, South Florida is a Democratic stronghold. Obama won Miami-Dade County by 23 points, and Democrats this year are hoping to make that a 30-point margin. But the real battleground in Florida will be what's called the I-4 corridor, which cuts an east-west course through the state, passing through main hubs like Orlando and Tampa. The suburbs of these cities are home to new voters, drawn from large migrations of whites and Puerto Ricans. Hispanics in Florida are expected to play a bigger role than any previous election. Numbers of immigrants from Colombia, Honduras, Peru, and other South American countries are growing. Hispanics in 2006 were primarily registered as Republicans, but now more are registered as Democrats. Even the reliably Republican Cuban-American vote has shifted. This is the first year Cubans might primarily vote for the Democratic ticket. Hillary Clinton currently has a large lead with Hispanic voters, partially based on Donald Trump's controversial stances on immigration.
I feel offended. The United States was made up of immigrants.
But Trump, by some counts, is holding ground with Florida's other migrants, older white voters who have moved from colder parts of the country.
I feel left behind. What's happened in the last 8 years is a concern of mine.
The presidential race in Florida has swung between the two candidates, but Hillary Clinton has a slim 3-point lead. But as usual with Florida, it might be a photo finish.